Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick before the video starts, a quick announcement. I have updated my Patreon page and changed the tiers within it, as I'll be posting content on there regularly. The content which will not go onto my YouTube page, from personal life stories and more Dragon Ball content for all of you to enjoy. I have changed the tiers and pricing as times are hard in the world. So for $1, you can have full access to my Patreon page and the content within it, and it goes towards production and support of my channel. So, if you want to check it out and see some content that will not be on YouTube, go check it out for $1 and show your support. Go join my Patreon. Now let's get into the what if. What is going on, you guys? Major Dragon here, and today we have a very special what if. Now, what if Goku had Hit's abilities? So let's get into the video. Planet Vegeta would still be destroyed by Frieza. Bardock would have still sacrificed himself. Goku would still be sent to planet Earth the same as before. A lot of the events would have happened the exact same. As while it is true that Goku is born with these abilities, some people can inherit this or they naturally have it, Goku still has a long way to go to learn about Ki and learn about power to be able to use this Timeskip ability. But I feel like Goku, maybe during times of impulse when he's fighting, he might accidentally use it and he doesn't understand what happened. As he was there for 1 second, now he's somewhere else. Goku also has a thing called pure progress. So before we get into that, for some people who don't know who Hit is and what time skipping is, it's an ability that Hit from Universe 6 uses to where he can freeze time in 1/10 of a second. And he was able to increase this exponentially, way more than 1/5 of a second. And he's able to strike an attack so he can freeze time. And he can skip it. Now, in a sense, he has a power called pure progress as well, which increases his strength, power, craft, and skills. Now, some people, he said it defends differently, but for Hit, it's both power, speed, and he's able to increase the power and speed of his time skip. So, Hit was able to go from 1/10 of a second to under 1/5 of a second to adapt to Kaioken Blue Goku during their fight. And Hit has a ton of attacks and skills that he uses, as the other part of his time skip is that Hit likes to use pinpoint accuracy, as he's able to hit you in vital area points to weaken you, which is how he was able to defeat Blue Vegeta. So Goku would have a similar thing, but once when he learns how to use time skip efficiently, but we will get into that shortly. Now, he is also able to make clones of himself as well, putting himself into different times and areas, so he can never be hit. This is funny, he did this during his second fight with Blue Goku as well. His most powerful attack is he builds up the time ability so much after using it that he's able to entrap you within a time skip itself. It's almost like a time freeze. He used it on Jiren in the Tournament of Power, and Jiren was able to overpower it, but it can freeze a person there. But it uses a ton of energy. On top of this, if a being is weaker than you, you are able to use it efficiently. But if a being is stronger than you and way faster than you, the time skip will be pretty useless until you can progress and catch up to it. Most of the events will go the exact same, with Goku saving the turtle with Bulma, meeting Oolong, meeting Master Roshi for the first time. Now, Master Roshi, alongside with training Goku, he notices that Goku's progression and his potential is a lot higher than he thought. This version of Goku has more potential than his original self. So this version of Goku is able to grow exponentially more powerful than his older self. He would have already surpassed Krillin by then, and by this point time around, of course when they met up with the Red Ribbon Army, when they ran into, of course, the other beings as well, Goku's enemies would have a really difficult time. Why is this? It's because the fact that Goku's pure progress makes no sense. His pure progress can grow and grow and grow. So, most of the events will go the same. The only difference here is we're going to cut right through and go all the way through when Goku begins his training. And this is also true when, of course, when Goku meets up with Yajirobe. Of course, this is when Goku also meets, of course, Korin and everybody else. Pretty much, he would also fight the Red Ribbon Army. Pretty much all the events of Goku fighting his enemies, Goku will be too powerful. Even in the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament takes place, this is where I believe Goku would use Timeskip for the first time. And Goku was similar in power to Master Roshi. Goku would then realize that he's frozen in time, and he would then land a powerful hit, which would actually knock out Master Roshi and nearly kill him, but he would win the tournament, so he's not in second place this time. Now this is when he would also battle the Red Ribbon Army. This is when they would obtain the 6th star and the 5th Dragon Balls. Goku would easily defeat Colonial Silver, and he would easily take down the Muscle Tower. Now, of course, after this, Mercenary Tao would easily not have a chance against Goku here. They were at the base of Korin's Tower. Goku would easily defeat him in their matchup. Now, this is when Goku will begin training under Korin to begin to drink the sacred water. Now, after this is when we are going to go to when Goku finally obtains the sacred water after 3 days of training. How strong is this version of Goku? This version of Goku, with the original, we're going to cut into where this will be cut into the King Piccolo arc. This time around, he's much, much stronger. Demon King Piccolo had a power level of around 260. Goku, with pure progress, and the fact that he knows Timeskip a little bit, but not fully, and it takes a lot of energy to do so, stated by Hit in the Super Manga. That, Goku would have a power level easily in the 400s, so he would overpower Demon King Piccolo and nearly kill him. Now, of course, after flying right through him and using a Timeskip ability on him, Demon King Piccolo would still spit out an egg, so Piccolo Jr. was still born. Now after this is when Goku would then go for the next 3 years on the lookout to then go train on Kami's lookout. Now Kami by this point would still restore the moon, and also would he remove Goku's tail, so Goku can never become a Nuzaru again. I feel like he would. Now, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, and Chaozu would still climb Korin's Tower the same as before. They would train under him and then they would leave. Now cutting into the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, the most legendary one, Goku after 3 years has grown exponentially more powerful. He stayed in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber from what we know for at least a month or so, and Kami knows of Goku's pure progress ability and that he's able to freeze time for a little bit of a second to where he can then cut forward. This is extremely impressive, as Kami would do everything in his power to help train Goku to master this. With Goku's incredible adaptability and the fact that he's able to do things like this, I definitely feel like Goku would be able to start learning how Timeskip works, so now Goku can start using it, but it still takes a decent amount of energy. Now, the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament would go relatively the same. Now, Goku would actually not need to take his clothes off during this time around for the weighted clothing to defeat Tien, as Tien has no chance against this version of Goku. Piccolo Jr. would finally have his tournament against Goku, as he wants revenge to kill Goku and to rule over the world. Goku and Piccolo's fight will go a little bit similar, but this time around they're not as equal. Piccolo Jr. would do everything in his power to try and attack Goku, hitting him with everything he has, but Goku was far too fast for him, and Goku was far too powerful. Goku was easily dodging his attacks, trading blows back and forth. It was way too fast. As Goku would then even make a point, Goku would then remove this weighted clothing off his body and show how completely outmatched Piccolo is in terms of speed. Piccolo Jr. with not much else, he would try and destroy everything around them to try and kill Goku. He would even turn giant, but then Goku would then experiment, as Goku would then use the Timeskip ability at least 2 to 3 times and hit Piccolo in his vital points, which would then knock Piccolo out completely, making Goku win by 10 count. This also means that Kami would not die, as we know, as Goku was not trying to kill him anyway. Though Kami would try to kill Piccolo Jr., Goku would stop him, as if Piccolo dies, or Kami vice versa, both of them will die. So, now because of this, this is when Goku would still meet Chi-Chi the same as before, and I feel like they would still get married, all that would happen the exact same. Now Gohan would still be born, as then there was roughly 5 years of peace. Now because of this is when Raditz would then show up on Earth. Now, Raditz would then want to go find his brother, to retrieve Goku. Raditz would then arrive on Earth, and by this time around, Raditz would definitely want to see what's going on. Goku would still be at Kame's house as he would see all his friends again after 5 years, introduce Gohan to everybody, and this is when Raditz would then show up. Raditz would then threaten Goku and tell him who he is and what he has to do, and this time around, Krillin would still be slapped into the house, and This time around, he would not steal Gohan. As soon as Raditz would then try to grab Gohan, Goku would use Timeskip and punch his brother right in the stomach and launch him into the water. Him and Raditz would then fly somewhere else to begin their fight. Goku's never met an opponent like Raditz. Now we know that for 5 years, Goku even stated himself that he didn't really do that much intense training, which is hence why Piccolo was able to make such a powerful attack. Goku was all out of ideas. But this version of Goku, even with slight training back and forth, his power level would be a lot more higher. This version of Goku has a power level equal to his brother Raditz, maybe a little bit less, but I would say well over 1,000. Raditz would still be able to keep up with Goku, and this is when Goku would have his first little issue with Timeskip. Though Raditz is a little bit stronger than him, Goku would use the vital points and hit Raditz, which would weaken him a little bit. Goku would then charge up a full power Kamehameha and hit Raditz as Raditz threw his double Sunday. Both of the beams would clash, making a massive spectacle. Both of the beams Goku would then use his full power and overpower Raditz's beam, and it would cause a massive explosion. Raditz would have his armor damaged, and he would be furious. He would continue to attack Goku using his full power. Goku would then showcase his Timeskip, as he has no choice. As Raditz did not heed to his warning, Goku would then fly in, and Goku would then use his deadly attack. He would then use the Timeskip and explode Raditz's heart. Now, Hit has done the same thing to Goku, and it killed him before, and it would do the same thing to Raditz. Raditz would then state, "How is this possible? There's no way you could have defeated me." Now, at this time around, this is when I believe would Vegeta and Nappa actually show up for planet Earth. I feel like no, as the reason for this is because the only reason why they showed up is because of interest in the Dragon Balls. This also means that Frieza never heard about the Dragon Balls either. So a lot of changes are about to occur. This would also mean that since Vegeta and Nappa are never showing up, why would they? But I feel like something else would happen. Something else very, very interesting would happen. Sooner or later, I feel like Vegeta and Nappa would show up. Now, okay, hear me out. How is this possible? Well, remember, Bulma has Raditz's scouter, and the factor is that the scouter could be on when they're talking about the Dragon Balls, or they saw how Raditz was defeated and they're interested to go check it out and see why. I feel like the interest in checking out how Raditz lost would be a little reason for them to go, but I think it would take them longer to get there. Since Goku never died, Raditz, you could argue, would warn about two beings being far more powerful than himself. I feel like Raditz would still say that. This also means that Goku knows that two beings might be showing up soon. He needs to find a way to grow stronger. There is the Room of Spirit and Time, but for plot reasons in the Dragon Ball world, for some reason he never used it. Goku would then ask Kami to maybe find somebody who might be able to help him, any kind of teacher, anything. For this time around, Kami doesn't really have any options. Now, okay, Kami does know about the other world. He knows about King Yemma, but he doesn't really know about King Kai. Now, he could ask King Yemma to maybe see if he knows somebody. I mean, Goku has a pure heart. He did save the planet. Maybe he can try. Kami would then go find King Yemma, and he would then ask him that he has a warrior who needs to train for these two Saiyans that are going to be showing up, and I need your help. Is there any teacher that you know of that this Saiyan can go find? King Yemma would think about it. He would look at Goku's resume, and he would see that he's done great things. He's a great pure warrior. He would then give him one opportunity to go run Snake away, even though he is basically alive and not dead. And Goku in the original, when he died, he kept his body. But this time around, Goku would be allowed to run. So this time around, Goku would have plenty of time to run Snake away. As Vegeta and Nappa are going to take a little bit longer to get there, I would say another month or two. At this point in time, once when Goku would then run down Snake Way, Goku could actually get there a lot quicker because he's a lot more stronger and he's way faster too. Goku would arrive on Snake Way, as this time around, would Goku actually fall off Snake Way? I don't think so. Because Goku can free himself, because remember he has Timeskip. He can just freeze time and get himself back up. He could also defeat the other guys in the race a lot quicker as well in Hell, but either way, he would not be stopped by Princess Snake as well, as he's just not focused on it, and even if he was, he would easily defeat her. He would then arrive on King Kai's world a few months later. Now, he would arrive a few months less than before, and this is when he would meet the legendary King Kai of the North Quadrant of the universe. He would then instantly crash onto the planet, as King Kai's world has 10 times that of Earth's. As Goku would then chase around Bubbles for a little bit, he would then meet King Kai in person. King Kai would offer to train him as long as he says a funny joke. Goku says, "Oh, I guess the season's over, I'll see you next fall." And this would make King Kai bust out into laughter. After a hellacious laugh, King Kai would then offer to train Goku, but he wants to see what he has in store. Goku would then power up and shock King Kai with how strong he was. Maybe he was able to learn both of his techniques. King Kai wants to fight Goku actually, and they did spar very normally, and King Kai showcased Kaioken. He would overpower Goku and defeat him. King Kai had a power level of around 3000. With Kaioken, you could maybe say 3 to 4000. Doesn't really matter. He would have still been able to defeat Goku, and this is when Goku would actually showcase Timeskip and actually hit King Kai. King Kai would find heavy interest in this ability, and he would help Goku learn how to master this and learn how to control it. With Goku's adaptability and pure progress, on top of the fact that he was able to adapt to the 10 times gravity much quicker, his power level will skyrocket. Now, from what we do know, Goku roughly got around 18.8 times stronger from King Kai's world. Now, we know that with pure progress, maybe he has twice the potential that he originally had, maybe even more. You could say that maybe he has twice the potential that he originally had, so he would get 2 times the boost. I'm just making up numbers, but he got 18.8 times stronger. Well, if he's twice as strong, he's getting around 38 times stronger. And if Goku had a power level of around 1000, that would mean that he would be at a power level of around 38,000, which is busted, but it's not insanely busted. Goku would then leave King Kai, as Vegeta and Nappa would then arrive on Earth. They would still kill a few of Goku's friends, while Goku's much faster, it would still take him a little bit to get there. By this time, Piccolo would still die, saving Gohan's life. This is when Goku would then appear, and he would not need Kaioken to defeat Nappa. Then, this time around, now it's time to fight Vegeta. Goku would not even need to use Timeskip, as his power level was so high, he didn't even need to use it. Vegeta had no chance against this version of Goku, as he was clearly outmatched in their bout. Goku was far too fast and far too powerful. Vegeta was shocked. He could even rival the Ginyu Force with that kind of power. He's never seen a Saiyan this strong. Is he maybe a legendary Super Saiyan? Vegeta doesn't know, but what he does know is that he's running out of options. Vegeta would then shoot up into the sky and try and fire a full power Gallic gun right at Goku. Goku would then shoot a Kamehameha wave and hit the attack head on, and he would easily overpower it and send Vegeta further into the air. Vegeta would then look around, but he doesn't see the moon anywhere, but either way, he would then spawn a fake moon and throw it into the air, as he doesn't see that Kakarot does not have a tail. This is his opportunity. He would then transform into a Great Ape. Now, if Goku had a power level of around 38,000, Vegeta has a power level of around 160,000, so he's far more powerful than Goku. Goku, before he could be grabbed by Vegeta, would be able to use Timeskip to escape. Vegeta was perplexed, as he's never seen this before. While Vegeta is super powerful, he is a little bit more clunky and a bit more slow. Goku is able to dodge it. Goku would then use his Timeskip ability and hit Vegeta, but it wouldn't really do much to him. As Vegeta would then hit Goku through a few pillars of rocks, it would damage Goku greatly. Vegeta would then fire a full power mouth blast, which Goku would barely be able to dodge without destroying himself. Goku would then smile, as he was finally finding an opponent that could actually push him to this level. Goku's power level was only rising and rising as rising, and his Timeskip was only increasing as it went. But Goku wants to try out the Kaioken technique, as Goku by this point had a power level of 38,000. But you have to understand that with his pure progress ability, he's growing exponentially stronger. Goku would go from 38,000 to 50,000 at maximum right now. Goku would then power up to Kaioken times 2, reaching 100,000, which would shock Vegeta that he was able to use this power. Now, by this point, Goku knows that he needs to push it further to be able to fight it back against Vegeta, but King Kai would warn him not to, as pushing it further could destroy his body. But Goku doesn't have a choice. Maybe he could use Timeskip, but it's hard to hit Vegeta's vital points because of the fact that Vegeta is so massive. but he has an idea. If he cuts off his tail, he can finish him. Goku would then use Kaioken times 3, but it would be in a burst. Pushing his power to 150,000, with the time skip, he was able to instantly cut off Vegeta's tail, reverting him back to normal. Goku would then instantly hop out of Kaioken to not destroy himself, as that took a toll on his body, on top of the fact he's already tired. Vegeta would not give up, as Vegeta would then fly forward towards Goku and continue fighting. Goku would then use time skip to hit Vegeta right in the chest, which would knock him back. He would then give Vegeta one warning, to leave and never return. Vegeta at this point is lost, as he then presses a button and crawls towards his space pod. Goku would actually have pity upon Vegeta and actually spare him. While Goku doesn't have the reason for, I want to defeat him on my own, but he sees that Vegeta is defeated, and he has given up because he's crawling away. Goku would then take that, as Vegeta would tell him that you made a mistake letting me live, and he would then fly off. Now, for this time around, would Frieza actually go to planet Namek? I believe no. And okay, here's why. Because he never heard about the Dragon Balls to begin with. Now, you could say that when they were fighting in the original Z Fighters, if Yamcha or Tien or Chaozu was killed, they could say that we can use the Dragon Balls to grant any wish and to bring them back. Now, we are going to say this so that Frieza would still go to Namek just to follow some continuity. Now, Frieza would still head on his way to Namek, as either way, Frieza's going to find out whether it's the Scouter or it's through Qui. As Vegeta was healing on planet Frieza 79, he found out about it because Vegeta talked about it and word spread around about the Dragon Balls, so Frieza would know about it either way. After the defeat, there was only Goku, Gohan, and Krillin, and a few others left. The rest of them were dead. This is when Bulma, with the help of Mr. Popo, would then find out about the Namekian space pod that Kami used. And her father and her would then incorporate the Capsule Corp spaceship. The Capsule spaceship? This spaceship was much faster, and it also has a full thing to fit food and everything else. But Goku's not gravely wounded in this, and Goku has spare sensu beans to go around. So Goku would use one for himself, and his son and Krillin would then heal as well. This time around, Goku and Bulma and then would actually wait. As Goku's not bedridden, we know that Bulma's father made a second spaceship that had the gravity room. But I feel like this time around, he would actually make a bigger spaceship. One that might be twice the size of the other one. And it's two of the Capsule Corp spaceships in one. It has the normal deck of food, bath, everything else that you need, but it also has a time room on the bottom of it, to where you can train in gravity. Which, with Bulma being on there, Goku can continue training and growing stronger. So after 2 weeks, they would then all go on the ship. It would be Goku, Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma. They would all go, as Goku at this point was stopped by Krillin's place, or Korn's place, and get sensu beans, to where he would then go on the ship and continue training. Goku would actually keep up training with Gohan and Krillin, as he would actually get them used to 10 times gravity, and I feel like the max they would get to is maybe 20, but Goku would use it for pretty much himself, as he knows that he has to get as strong as possible. Goku would be able to train up to 90 times gravity, growing exponentially more powerful. And now they're heading right towards Namek. As the ship would then land, they would then walk right out and prepare for their journey. And that is it for this. But if you guys thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize if some parts of the what if was a little bit jumping back and forth, but I didn't really have a solid way of kind of like putting pure progress in and hits moves. But you will definitely see it a lot more in the upcoming what if. So make sure to like this video, show me the support, show me that you guys want to see the next part, and I will do the next one. But anyway, thank you all so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel, and all that other fun stuff. Make sure to check me out on Patreon. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you all later.